idea of the story is that there was a weaponized plague released, and a big part of the population dies off. How would we react to that? I started coming to the realization that how many people know how to build a fire, how many people know how to hunt or fish or do any of these things that we could do for really tens of thousands of years. And I started looking around, realizing, well, probably 1 out of 25 people know how to actually take care of themselves outside of the system, propping them up. So the backdrop to the story is that that kind of violent post-apocalyptic world, but it's made up of militias of different extremes. There's 2 militias held up fighting for resources and land, and one is kind of a left-wing militia, an anarchist militia that of course blames the plague on capitalism and the modern society that we live in that's about money first and people last. And so they believe in freedom from government. A competing militia is a white supremacist militia, so kind of more of a right-wing militia that believes the plague was caused by Mexicans coming from the south and all these different people from all over the world coming into our country, and they have extremist white supremacist beliefs that they're defending and perpetuating. The main characters of the story are 2 brothers who end up coming back into contact with each other, but there's some conflict there with one brother that loves this new chaotic world and another brother who wants to try to fix that and go back to what we had.
It's like dishearteningly appropriate for our times. Just a story of division and plague and everything just devolving to the point of not quite no return, because there's still humanity in these characters and there's still some hope for the future, but gosh, it gets bleak for a long time. And some of the philosophies espoused by the characters I found interesting, broadly speaking, an emphasis on consciousness-minded ways of being, best exemplified by some of the speeches that Leah gives in the film about and demonstrated by some of her actions just in working to be present and mentally healthy, which is something that's important not only when you're in the midst of an apocalypse, but in day-to-day society. So seeing some of that emphasized was intriguing for me. And I mean, who doesn't enjoy a bit of Mr. Friedrich Nietzsche? He's kind of the bad boy of the philosophy world, and all the creating your own value stuff is immensely appealing for a lot of reasons. So it's cool seeing that stuff covered as well.
My name's Leah Beck. I'm playing Ivy, who's kind of the alpha female for the anarchist tribe. And she has 2 kids. She's a very confident, assertive, forward thinker, but she does have a very compassionate side to her underneath everything. It's just not revealed to everyone on the surface. She's very spiritual, and that's kind of what also intrigued me about this character. In my personal life, I'm pretty spiritual as well. I don't really identify with anything. And at this day and age, kind of reading this script in contrast with how the world is, it does have a lot of underlining political elements that are very intriguing. And I think about it myself, what would I do without my phone? And what would I do if I didn't have electricity? And how would I take care of myself? How would I take care of my family? And you kind of take all of those distractions away, and you really see the rawness of what we have left in humanity.
We're going to be able to take this homegrown piece of art that was built by a community, and we're going to be able to take it around to festivals, and I think people are going to be moved by it and appreciate it, and not only is it a cautionary tale about our current political situation, but I also want it to be kind of an example to people that if you have an idea and a story and something powerful to tell, and you think you're not able to, you're nobody, you're not in the industry, that you put some work into it, you get some good people to collaborate with, and the nice thing about the day and age we live in is there's absolutely nothing stopping you from creating your piece of art and something that is actually meaningful and powerful.